Family members of a woman who police say was allegedly killed by suspected serial killer Jeremy Skibicki want the police to search for the body of their missing loved one. Speaking Tuesday on Parliament Hill, daughters of victim Morgan Harris calling out the police's handling of this criminal investigation.
So last night, as I sat down with the members of the Winnipeg Police Service, they had the nerve to put together this little PowerPoint of all the reasons why they won't search. And I didn't see one point on there saying why they should. There wasn't a single point. And it was basically to say, we failed you and we're not going to do anything. And I think that's disgusting.
The accused, Jeremy Skibicki, is facing first-degree murder charges in the deaths of 4 women. The remains of one victim, Rebecca Contois, were found at the Brady landfill in Winnipeg. Cambria Harris says police said her mother, Morgan, and another victim, Mercedes Myron, are believed to be somewhere in the Prairie Green landfill located north of Winnipeg. The location of the remains of the 4th alleged victim, referred to as Buffalo Woman, have not yet been shared.
I do not agree with how this is being handled. These are people who you are leaving alone in the landfill. These are human beings. How can you even fathom the idea to leave them there?
Kira Harris, another child of Morgan Harris, says if police can't find the bodies, why aren't they asking for help?
We have the people who are willing to help and do the work for you, but you are not accepting it.
This is a nonpartisan issue. This is a human rights issue.
Winnipeg NDP critic for women and gender equality, Leah Gazan, joined the family in Ottawa Tuesday. She's calling for more action and supports after the murder of these Indigenous women and what she called the ongoing genocide against MMIWG-2S people.
And I've been working with Minister Miller to ensure that his government finds immediate resources for families, for searches.
Minister of Crown Indigenous Relations, Mark Miller, not mincing words, citing a lack of progress on the government's part.
This tragedy is ongoing. Winnipeg is the epicenter of it. I think as we recognize the failure of the federal government to keep these women safe, it's important to realize that there are women today that are in the same vulnerable place.
I'm disappointed that we're not in a position to recover remains.
Winnipeg Police Chief Danny Smythe says funding never factored into the decision not to search the Prairie Green landfill. The WPS say a search of the area was determined unfeasible due to the site being compacted with 9,000 tons of wet heavy construction clay and 250 tons of asbestos. There is also 1,500 tons of animal remains strewn throughout the site, making it difficult to discern human remains if a search took place. Chief Smythe recognizing the frustration this decision is causing the family.
We acknowledge that the families are heartbroken. We acknowledge that they're angry, frankly.
Police are continuing to investigate and are still actively pursuing tips regarding a jacket that they say is important to the investigation. In Winnipeg, Mark Neufeld, City News.